Appleminte and welcome back again to my channel. As always, I post a new video every Friday, so if you're interested in art-related videos and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. So Halloween month is over now, but we are back into regular videos. The holidays are on the way and I'm so excited because it's my favorite time of year. I love the fall and I love just the holidays and decorating. It's my favorite thing, so can't wait for that. For today's video, I am doing something that was very requested, and that is a hair tutorial. Now, I have an old hair tutorial on my channel from a year and a half ago, I think. It's pretty old. It was before I really knew how do YouTube, what is. So it was not a very great tutorial, I mean, at least by my standards, and I've gotten a lot of requests to do a hair tutorial, so I figured why not just do a whole new one, revamp it, upgraded hairstyles. I think my style's definitely improved as an artist since then, so I definitely want to share with you guys 6 of my favorite hairstyles to draw, and let's just get right into the video. So for the first hairstyle that we are going to be drawing today, I'm going to be doing a simple, very easy, short hairstyle. Just as most of the hairstyles I'm going to draw today are, you can vary them and you can change the bangs, you can change the length of the hair, you can change the waviness. This is just a style that you can take and change however you'd like, or you can draw it this way. So let's just get right into that one. So for this first clip, I just want to say real quick, I know that this clip might look a little bit odd. I don't know why the video has those vertical lines. It was just this clip that got messed up, so just ignore that for now. Anyway, about the hairstyle, a good beginner tip for if you're not sure where to place your bangs or to start is to put a little dot where the part of the hair might be. And from that dot, you can kind of see where all of the bangs should come down from. This is a good tip if you're not sure where to start the bangs or you're not sure how high up to put them. Of course, this varies with every hairstyle and every style of bangs that you do, so you can really get creative with it, but if you're not sure, that's a good place to start. I always personally start with drawing the bangs first, just because I like to frame the face, and then around that I draw the rest of the hair. For the short hair itself, I went ahead and started adding some fringe there. A good tip for when you're drawing hair is to make it flowy, to make it look a little bit more realistic. Of course, there is straight hair, and some straight hair is really pin straight, but typically, even with that, there's some movement to it. So you always want to think about what direction the person's facing, or you want to think about, if there's movement in the photo or drawing that you're creating. That will really determine which way the hair pieces are flowing in. So you can get creative with this part, but also another important thing is layering your hair. So make sure you add layers, and see, as I did behind where her neck is, there are some pieces in the back there, so get creative with it. Short hairstyles are fairly straightforward. So for this next hairstyle, we are going to do a long wavy hairstyle. Again, you can do this as a straight style, but I think wavy is more interesting, and you can add a lot more definition and depth to it. So let's get into that one, because I always struggle drawing wavy long hair, but I've been trying to improve on that lately, so I'll show you guys what I normally do. For this next hairstyle, I started it off pretty similarly to how I did the short hair, and you'll see that with most of these, the bangs, for me, I tend to draw them pretty similarly sometimes, especially I like to make them a little bit jagged but also have some straight areas. So you can go ahead and be creative with the bangs, but the main focus here that I want to show you is how to draw the long hair and how to think about it. So doing the front part there that I did with the hair coming down, you want to think about where her shoulders would be or where the body would be touching the hair, and this will affect how the hair lies on the person's shoulders, on their chest, wherever the hair is falling down, depending on how long you draw it. So you always want to keep in mind what the hair is doing, what it's touching or coming in contact with, and that'll also shape how it's going to look. The hair in the back, when doing flowy, long, wavy hair, you can just get really creative with your pencil and just make a lot of waves and wavy lines and just kind of curl everything together. Let all the lines flow into each other, as I'm doing here. I make a curvy line going down, and then I make another one curving right over that one, and just I add in more lines and more layers, and it really all builds. That's one thing I will say about long hair like this, is you really just want to build it on top of itself. Hairstyle number 3 is going to be a pigtail slash updo style. For this one, I'm kind of going with a medium length. I'm also going to be adding some accessories in there, so I really like this hairstyle. So for this third hairstyle, we are doing these medium length pigtails. Of course, these can vary in length, again, like all hairstyles here. So if you were doing something extremely long, you might think like Hatsune Miku, her hair is extremely long, if you know that character. So you can really get crazy with these. For this, we're keeping it a moderate length. And what I do here is, after I draw on the fringe and the bangs, I leave a space open on her head for where the pigtail itself will actually go, because since she is facing at a 3/4 view, you actually will see where the hair is tied up on her head. And the other one will be behind her head because it's on the other side of her. So for this, I make a round circular shape at the top and then flow it all down, making my little curves or jagged edges however I want to draw it. Again, that can vary by however you want to make it look, but for the most part, you're going to make it one in the front and one on the other side if she's facing this direction. If she was facing straight at you, you might make them both on the side of her head or both behind her a bit, depending on where her hair is tied up. Here I went ahead and added some little bows. So of course that bow on the left there is in the back because that's behind her head, and this one over here you can see tied around her hair. You can add any kind of accessory with this or none at all, it's up to you, but that is how you go about drawing pigtails. Now hairstyle number 4 is another updo. For this one I'm going to draw it from the side because I'm going to be doing a ponytail, and I want you to be able to see what it'll look like and get a better angle. So we're going to be drawing it from the profile view. So let's just get right into that one. Now drawing a ponytail is also very simple. It's very similar to pigtails. It's just one less. So this one, as I said, I'm drawing it from the side so you can see how it's tied up in the back. So going about it the same way I would go about pigtails, where I leave space open for where the hair is going to go. When you're doing an updo, you really want to think about how the hair is being pulled up into, whatever style. So it's always good to draw some lines going upward on the hair to show that it's being pulled back into a style. So after I've drawn the basic shape of her head and the bangs that I want, I go ahead, pick a spot for her hair to go. So for this one, I'm doing a high ponytail. And as I said there, you can see I drew the lines where her hair is getting pulled up. And then I'm going ahead and just drawing the shape of the ponytail that I want. Like I said before, this is just any kind of way you want to make the lines look. I just kind of make them a little wavy, a little curvy to give it a little bit of motion. And then I put some lines coming out of her ponytail to show that the hair is coming down. So that is the way to go about that one. For hairstyle number 5, I'm going to do something that I think is a lot of fun to draw. I know that a few prominent characters such as Chi from Chobits and Maika from Blend S wear this hairstyle, and it's a long down pigtail style. I don't really know how to call it, but like a double ponytail. You will see, and I'm going to show you how to draw that style. For this next hairstyle, after you've gone ahead drawing your bangs, this one varies a little bit because the hair, instead of me drawing fringes, which you could draw on the side, I prefer just to go ahead and make the big poofy parts of the hair where the hair is tied into these big long pigtails. So as you can see here, I'm making this like swoopy motion with my pencil. And think about it as if hair was all pulled together and then tied at the center with a little barrette or whatever it is, a little ponytail holder. And then add a bunch of lines coming up to show that it's pulled into this style. So this is more of like a loose down ponytail. If it was tighter, you wouldn't see these big puffs of hair on the side of her head. So this is a loose, long down pigtails. Then after that, like we did before when we were drawing the long hair, thinking about how it's flowing on her body. So give it some motion and kind of curve it toward the shape of how it's laying on her body. Of course, I didn't go in and draw a full body here, so I didn't tailor it as much toward that, but if you did draw a body in, you do want to adjust for that. And for for our last hairstyle today, I'm going to do something more simple, just a small bun updo. This is also a very cute, fun style. Again, you can take these buns and you can add long hair with it and then add the buns or whatever kind of style you want to do, but I find that drawing buns is pretty fun. There's a really simple way to do it and I'm going to show you how. For these little buns, again, start the same way you always do, drawing your bangs and your side fringes. And again, the most important thing to keep in mind when you're doing updos is to show how the hair is being pulled up into whatever style you're doing. For buns, it's extremely simple. You can vary the way that you make this shape, but it's for the most part going to be circular, and you can make it a little lumpier or a little more polished and round depending on how you know, formal the style is or whatever you want to do. So for these, I draw in the shape of her whole head, and then once I'm done, I draw in 2 circles, one on the other side of her head and one on this side since she's facing 3/4 view again. And once I've done that, I just kind of weave around some lines, make some horizontal, some vertical, and this really makes it look like the hair is all kind of pulled up and bunched together into little buns. Really, really simple, and it's also really fun to draw. So these are my 6 hairstyles that I've drawn today. Let me know which one is your favorite. For me personally, this style right down here is one of my favorite styles just because it's different and it's fun, and some of my favorite anime characters wear that style. I really hope that this tutorial was helpful for you all. I know that a lot of these styles might seem difficult at first, but when you break them down, they are very simple and very easy. And like I said, a lot of these styles can vary. You can really take these and go anywhere from them. Let me know if you'd like to see another hair tutorial in the future. Let me know what kind of styles you'd like to know how to draw, and I will do my best to include as many as I can. So until my next video, thank you guys so much for watching. All of my information is in the description box below, so please go check that out. I've got my shop link below where I actually will be having a bunch of new releases for the holidays in the next few weeks, so make sure you check that out, and follow me on Instagram to be updated when things in my shop will be released, and also just for videos and everything in general, follow me on Instagram for all that information. So check the description below for all of that. As always, I will see you guys next Friday for my next video, and until then, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!